with my audio yesterday because I've switched the HDMI inputs a bit. And there's a lot of background music today. So if you are on board, ping me a message and a little bit info about today's stream. It will happen now as the grandstand started to get a little bit crowded. So my first angle of the cold camera is here, the entry, a little bit from a different angle. Then I have this one, and I'm covering the track on this plateau that is in front of this area. So I probably can zoom in closer, but this is the part of the track that is not that good, maybe. But then we have, of course, the last clip that, as yesterday. So all of this should be, well, it's all different, but as you can see, the top row of the grandstand is already occupied by the spectators, and the spectators basically are number one. And I would need to have that camera up there, and just decided to try this. Hello from New Zealand, hello back. Good to have you on board. So in 9 minutes it should be session starting, and for me this is a little bit of a new experience with the camera setup now, and I'm a little bit annoyed about the music that is going on here because I can barely hear my own thoughts. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully you can more importantly hear the cars soon. And let me know, give me some feedback about the sound. It was hello to Georgia. Yesterday there was some issues with the sound, but I was like so worn out by the windy conditions and everything, so I really would like to now make it better if possible. The music is a little bit annoying here, but hello Poland, hello Japan, good to have you on board. Yes, and I am looking the same as before, so not much to see there, but I can at this point tell a little bit about my channel and how you can support. The first thing you can do is to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Those are the first two, and the free things, both of them help. The next step from that is probably my membership, which is here in YouTube. $2.99 per month, and I have lately learned that if you are using iPhone it's $3.99, so that's a very small money of supporting me in what I do. I think I have set the price such that it's not, you know, killing anyone's economy. Quite the opposite. You get all of this with it. But even though if you didn't like to do that, then subscribe. That's everything is good. Everything is good. One other thing is my merch. So you can buy a hoodie like what is underneath here that you cannot see, for example, and other stuff in rollingrudy.fi in a web shop hosted by Fiola. That is one possible way to support. What else? Yeah, just, you know, share the link, share the story. That's one other thing to do, and anything you do, I'm happy about it. And the best thing is that if you are watching this live stream. So a little bit of a recap of today's program. We will have one practice session starting now, 10 o'clock local time. It will be 11 o'clock Finnish time. We have another session today. It is a shorter session. I think it's these sessions are like an hour per group. drivers group, still divided into A, B and C groups. And the second session then will be just half an hour per group. That will start at 1:30 local time, so 2:30 Finnish time. I guess that's the basic information from today, and then the qualification will start today 4:30 local time, and for that it's of course coming from the official sources, Red Bull TV and YouTube, so the Drift Masters production. Do we have some comments here? Thanks for the stream, thanks for watching. Hello from Cyprus, hello from Latvia. Hello to you all, good that you are watching. Yeah, the music is what it is. I mean, I don't have my pliers with me to cut the cables, but they probably wouldn't like me for doing that, so that's one thing we cannot do much about. Luckily, it doesn't affect the live stream income. It only affects the post-recording income from YouTube. But you can remove those songs. But I think it will then remove all the audio doing the songs as well. So basically, it might be a really quiet video. But we'll see how that turns out. Hello from Ireland. Hello back. Good morning, and same in Sami. Nice. Nice. Usually I'm keeping the YouTube stream alive, watching it through my other channel just to check every now and then whether everything is okay with it. So that's what I'm doing here. I saw Drift Chat post an Instagram link to this live stream. I don't know if I forgot it yesterday, but Drift Chat, go and follow his Instagram and Discord. He's doing amazing job. If you want to be, on the carriage of what happens today in drifting, that's your best source. That is your best source. I will actually put on my hoodie. It is not very warm yet. I would guess probably like less than 15 degrees, but thanks for the compliments of the stream. I try to make this as good as possible, and also, as mentioned before, anything I make as of now from this will be put back into the channel content and gear and traveling and whatever is required to do this. So thank you everybody already now for supporting and all of those means I mentioned earlier. So how's the weather looking? Weather's looking good. Let me give you a little bit of a glimpse of the skyline. We have no clouds whatsoever. The wind is much better than yesterday, so should be pretty okay today as well. I mean, it should be okay today. Yesterday was not that good. So we have some tire warming action going on in the starting line, so I guess we are a minute away from cracking this open and seeing how I can catch up with the cars with my camera set up here. So basically I also changed this angle a little bit because I had a talk with Nick Nack, and he was not complaining, but he was saying that this clip, visibility to this clip is missing, so now it's fixed. I hope it works. Then it's also a little bit about the zoom levels and different parts of track that which works, but I guess we are about to find out. Now from this position I don't have a direct line of sight to the starting line. There are some obstructions, so it's a little bit difficult to tell who's on the starting line, but we will figure it out as well, sooner or later. So, it's 10 o'clock, we should be go. Any minute now, any second now. Let's go! Marco Zakoril, there was something with his car yesterday, so he seems to have changed the group here to the group number, well, letter A, and it didn't look too good a second ago. Something happened with Kevin Piskolti here. Fortunately, I don't have a replay of that, as he was not on camera when that happened. I assume he was just a little bit too quick into that tight corner there, or the corner where you are decelerating, and after the first corner, the second corner, yes, that's it. Mikko Manninen, thank you for your donation. That's also one way of supporting me. Super, thank you. Really grateful for all the support you give. Okay, so how many of us it is? It's 666 of us. I think it's a good result, and if you want to make this video to appear on people's YouTube front page, please press that like button. Long waits. Okay, the wait is because we're having officials cleaning the track over here. Just wondering if there's like a, yeah, there's like a tarp or something over there, which again doesn't make too much sense to me, like why there is one. Maybe someone can explain. Don't know if that does any good to anything. Well, we are waiting. It looks to be clear now. The final marshal is out of the track, and that was Mr. Ole-Peter Vaaten. Now I need to do a thing. I need to move my rig a little bit because there's a ditch where I'm probably soon gonna tip and trip over. So trip and tip over. How is that said? Kondrachenka in his fabulous Mercedes AMG GT with a really interesting steering setup. There is a 4-to-1 gearbox in the steering, so basically it's only turning like 90 degrees steering wheel, and yeah, apparently you can drift with that, with like a Formula 1 style steering wheel. As you can see, the smoke is not clearing that well today as it was yesterday because of the wind or lack of it today, so I guess we just need to live with that as well. So a second ago I believe we had João Vieira, and who else we did have? Enver Haskasap and Mr. Cabanillas. Now I try to remember his front name. I don't know if it's the age or what is wrong with my memory, but bear with me. Adrian Cabanillas. There you have it. And yeah, I interviewed him yesterday. As I do the interviews, those videos will be always released when interviewed today and released tomorrow. We can see much there, but it was a little bit of a tricky transition, or that happened after transition, but okay. Not much to see in that because of the smoke. Yeah, it seems that the drivers are still concentrating on practicing the quali, which is really understandable. And okay, there was something on the track. Yeah, which is understandable. It's just that we don't get those tandem runs yet. It would be more entertaining that way, but we need to go with what we have. Somebody was waving from the grandstand. I don't know if the guy was waving for me or somebody else, but I don't know if I want to change it, but the cameras seem to be okay. Yeah, there's Igor Derenko, who was driving that Mustang, the same sound, and I wouldn't say the same Mustang, but or at least RTR Mustang. Had a little bit of a battle action by Timur Lipski and Itai Sade. I think Itai was taking the cone there. Yes, I saw it correctly, and it's nice that we can see it in the replay. The cone is being put back, and we have the next pairing coming. Little bit of a trigger finger there with the camera angle. Sorry about that. And that was Yves Meyer in his Toyota Yaris GR. Yes, it was not Kalle Rovanperä or somebody from the rally drivers. what you think, but I think Kevin Piscotty has been little bit in trouble this season. Battery thing to do. I have obviously these extra batteries to power up everything, and some of them you need to hook up with the cable, and I had the one for the camera missing. The cable was missing, so it doesn't charge with Bluetooth yet. Issues with Espenrode maybe. That's what we like to see. Let's take a replay of that for the fun of it. Peter Vatten and Teemu Asunno. Horse coming. Sending drivers so frequently that it's barely time for any replays, but I'm not too much about that either. Maybe we take a look on what happened in there. Was just I think Timur Lipski was just missing it himself. No contact there. A little bit too fast. But all the points for doing a proper chase. And hey, by the way, if you join me in my So if you join to be my supporter in YouTube, you then are entitled to be in my fan WhatsApp group, and if you do that and do as instructed in the YouTube to join, I will do while this one is on the break. There will most likely not be that much content anyway. Oh, I mean, there is always content. People are writing. It's over 50 people already in the group, so I will put you in when there is a suitable break. So expect to be put into the WhatsApp group after 50 minutes? Well, half an hour from now. Or maybe sooner if there's something that allows me to do it. Alan Hines. One thing what is really delightful is that we're seeing already in the practice session quite many spectators here, so nice. Nice. Good morning. Hey, thank you for the donations. Burase at least did one, and if I miss and don't mention one, it is I'm equally thankful for all of them. I don't think that is the right line. What do you guys think? Nope. We have some RTR Mustang action coming again. Not in the very next one, but the following one. It's easy to recognize from the burnout box because of the sound. So comment about the mic taking the sound much better than yesterday. I'm actually using a different mic today. This is the 2 generations newer DJI mic than what I used yesterday, so that might affect. I also changed the volume levels a little bit. I was actually, because I changed the HDMI channels in the video mixer, and I, in my thinking, thought that it was the HDMI 1 that had my voice in it, but it was an HDMI 2. So basically, if you increase the volume in other cameras and decrease the volume in your mic or your channel where the speech is coming from, then no wonder it was bad. And I only realized it today, so. But hey, also thanks for reminding, thanks for noting these, whatever I can improve, I try to. Of course, I need to be able to read the comments, but let's hope it's good for now. there's some issues with Teemu Asunmaa in the last corner keeping the engine alive. You don't hear the audio here in the replay, but nice. Peter Vatten Enver Haskasap in that run. I believe it's Timur Lipski in this one, and who else? Alan Hines. Good stuff. There's some debris on the track. The marshals are picking up, so there was a little bit of a cone that was hit, and the cone did seemingly suffer. If that's gonna be replaced with a new cone or not. We will see. By the way, for today there were some clips moved. I think it was it clip number 4? The drivers were complaining about not being able to hit it, and I think probably the only one was Mika Keskikorpi who did it, and the other were complaining. Just the stories that you hear here in the paddock, but yeah, I know that one clip was moved. Confirm if you know it being the case. And remember to like this live stream so that other people will find it as well. We're now in the middle of Group A. This will be, I think it's until 10 to 11 local time, so 20 more minutes to go in this group, and then it'll be a short break and the next group, which is the group B. And we have altogether 3 groups, which of course in the group C, the last group, there will be all the top dogs from the series at the moment as the standings are, and so on and so forth. And we have seen this weekend as well these swaps from the group to another. Can be from technical reasons or mostly technical reasons, and I think it's fair that you can change it if you are like still during the group A having some issues, and then you can move to another group, or if you want to be like in the earliest group to test something if it works, so that you have time to fix it afterwards. I think that kind of flexibility is good, because no one really wants to win races by troubles of others. So at least that's my take on all of this. Of course, then when we go into the brackets, and then we have all these regulations for technical mishaps and everything, but that's a different thing. Nice chase. Lukashenko Vieira. How's the volume with the cars? I think it's mostly coming from those remote camera microphones, but a bit of quiet here, doing some WhatsApp maintenance. More supporters. Thank you for joining. Yeah, for this filming it's always a little bit troublesome when the gap between the drivers is not like long enough so that the smoke clears, and it's not a tandem when you see the both cars pretty well actually. So, but now it's a tandem. And we like it. And Spanish commentator joined the chat. I don't know if you can hear it, but funny that this live, when I'm driving, changing the cameras, I'm actually driving quite a lot of it by the ear. Because when we are in this camera angle, I can hear when they stop the run, and then I can move on to the next one if they have a gap there. So. difficulty is doing quite much laps, but let us take a look on what happened there. Hard to tell what happened, but some applause from the spectators. That's nice. And when in Finland you will hear that for all the drivers. Maybe not in the practice, but João Vieira. So I believe it's 5 minutes to go of this session. Smoke will remain on this corner quite long. The quali will start 5:30 finish time. So question, so 4:30 local time.
Vamos a tener también Copa Clio y vamos a tener Gincana. Va a estar Samuel Monte dando caña con sus demandos. Creo que es un auténtico festival del motor. Kiermay también va a estar. Va a ser un auténtico festival del motor. Vamos a tener Green, vamos a tener Gincana.
There's a question, who was that run? I think the last was... There was the Mr. Cabanillas, Adrian Cabanillas. was the other one? I don't remember. That driver wasn't mentioned, Mr. Shurenko. Konstantin Shurenko in the solo run before that pair, and it was Enver Haskasab and Joao Vieira. Derenko, Timur Lipski. Was there a little bit of a too deep in the finish line action by Igor? Yes, a little bit of dusting there going on. Teemu really tried to park on that cone there. Actually did pretty successfully, but that was not, of course, his intention. Right on the cone. Okay, but that's what the practice is for. Adrian Cabanillas. That was probably the trickiest separation to film, because you don't really know which one should you aim to, and then you don't necessarily have everybody in the same frame. That's group number one. I mean, letter A done and dusted. There is gonna be a break of 10 minutes now, and while you are making a snack or having a drink, why don't you go and also press like for this stream so more people would find it as well. And wow, how many of you we have now on board? Roughly what we had yesterday, 1,700. It's pretty a good number, I would say. And thanks to every one of you who is following the stream and viewing the stream. Car sounds are good, but your voice could be a little louder. Let us work on that a little bit. already lifted my mic a little bit, and I don't want it to push it too much to red. And yeah, the cars are supposed to be heard. I try to, not to speak when the cars are driving, because I want that there is one channel that provides this with all the car sounds as it's supposed to be. And yeah. Let's see. Pretty confident I don't need to be having any sort of what is the word? Paranoia of the battery life now. I have come up with some, it's not even a trick, it's just using the gear as it's supposed to be used, or as it can be used. I was actually waking up like 10 times last night. I had a little bit of a battery life problem in my thinking with one of the remote cameras, or for the remote cameras, and then I realized that I have these huge power banks that I use to power the camera, and I was worried about the wireless link, because I don't have a replacement battery for everything. But then those power banks should be just fine for keeping up, like I don't know, probably multiple hours after the 2 sessions today, so it is not a problem. At least I'm really confident about it. And if it is, then we figure out something, as always. So what do we have here? The clipping boxes, the zones are being repainted, or I don't know if it's chalk or what is the substance they are using, like a powder like stuff, which seems to work pretty okay. And I guess they can wash it away when needed, and that is what's happening right now. There's also a Caterham 7, where is it there? Spinning donuts. I think that's like a wetted track over there. Is that called like the car slalom, or is it just for fun? I don't know. Anyway, maybe we take a look on the amount of spectators here. I think it's pretty nice amount already in the practice sessions. Good job, Spanish fans. We have a little bit of a banking there, which is also like general admission area. I think they only had like one ticket type this year. So basically you buy one ticket if it's not, I mean, they had probably two, like the VIP and ticket for the grandstands and all the areas. So I think this is really nice, pretty easy to buy, and then you can change your grandstand if wanted. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you agree or not. Maybe some comments as we have a break. Group B, here we go. Yes, indeed. Well, there's a comment from Flixt RR. I hope Driftmasters GP appreciate you giving them more coverage while their guys prepare for the main broadcast. Hopefully in time they will help fund it partially if they don't already. They don't already, but it's been actually asked from the president of Driftmasters. I've personally asked that whether this is okay, so it should be okay. He told me that as long as I don't do any of the qualis or other sessions, then should be fine. And yeah, somebody has asked what gear I use. I use YOLOBOX Ultra and YOLODEC as it's been mentioned there. So I don't have that, this device, the YOLOBOX Ultra, is actually pretty nice and neat device. It doesn't have any sort of need for like an additional mobile phone or tablet or computer. So it's standalone unit with SIM cards and stuff. There will be a video, I've actually shot most of it. There will be a video out soon about how do I make this. So if you're interested, wait for that. After this race I have some time because it's now been three consecutive weekends of drifting. We had the Chicago Drift in Finland last weekend, which was a crazy good event. And hey, I'm not reacting to all of the compliments you've given me of the stream, but collectively, thank you for the compliments. That's always so heartwarming. Beto Music asks our training. So this is a training session, first one of today, second one of the event. These will be in three groups, A, B and C. Each group is going to be 50 minutes. And then there's going to be another shorter training today at 1:30 local time. Those are 30-minute groups. So thanks for the compliment. Your live stream is better quality than Formula Drift official stream. Don't know about that, but I still like the comment. And yes, Craig Merilu won Chicago Drift last weekend with amazing driving. Like he was quite unfamiliar driver to myself, but really that guy has some speed and angle and style. And it was the previous Driftmasters full season driver Edgars Krojeris from Latvia who came second, and the third one was then Tim Björklund from Finland. So it was pretty hard, pretty high level of competition, yes. Chicago Drift last weekend. Okay, we have some cars in the burnout box here, and we are about to go. Group B. Still, it's not very warm here or hot. It's sun is shining. It's a little bit windy, not bad, but you know, with the black hoodie on me, it's pretty much decent temperature, but not hot at all. I have lots of company from the media on this group here in this plateau where I have my filming position. Hopefully we don't get too much obstructions, but it's again one of those things we just need to live with. David Sposob and Juha Pöytälaakso then following, not quite chasing but following. Then, who do we have next? Kupa Crawl and Jarkko Jylhät there on that one. And then I think it's Mr. Ela Koko. And Ela Koko had a turbocharger failure yesterday. Their air filter got disengaged and the turbo sucked in some debris and the turbo was gone, but that's been changed now, and let's see if it works. Nasser Al-Harbali following. Jason Bonnet. Having so much speed that I completely miss him with my camera. So there was a little bit of a cone action on that one, and the track people doing their fantastic job in running those back in place. And if you didn't know, those are marking the clipping points here. It can be a little bit difficult for the drivers to see the actual painted clipping boxes. So they will then aim to those cones, and sometimes it's just too deep. Follow me. Hey, we have passed 2,000 viewers watching this live stream. Thank you guys. Is that a bit wide? A bit wide, I mean. Said something strange. You can just see him pushing. At least there was a huge angle in the finish line. Nice. I think Simon Olsen has looked really strong this weekend. Juha Pöytälaakso had an issue with the alternator belt, but that seems to be fixed. So they had this issue with this belt. I think it originated, or they think it originated because they swapped. They have a bigger and larger diameter pulley in the crankshaft now, so there's more belt speed. It caused them some alternator problems in Italy, and now they have changed the pulley on the alternator to be bigger, but the belt speed is still the same. So. Oliver Randalu, Diogo Correia. And we have had some cone action there. Those are disposable. Who are the wild cards for this round? We have Adrian Cabanillas. So the wild cards, let's take that again. Adrian Cabanillas, local one. We have Ole Peter Vaten from Norway. We have Igor Derenko, who's driving that RTR Mustang. We have Roman Kondrachenko in the Mercedes AMG GT. We have who am I missing? Joao Vieira in that beautiful E46, and then I believe one is missing. Help me out. Timur Lipski. Timur Lipski is the missing one, yeah. What happened there? Sitting in the box, then he's just... Is there something coming out of his car? Was it like a drive shaft or something? It looked like some bits and pieces were falling down. Not sure. Can I do that again? Not sure. No, it was not that one. Okay. Oh, at least the car is told there on track. Let me show you here. So it will take a bit until they get it cleared. There you can see a professional towing action. They're keeping the line tight. And one guy was keeping it tight before applying the pull there, so you don't get like this sudden jolt of motion that really breaks your bumpers and stuff. So good job, good job. Jakub even got a round of applause here. Good job, Spanish audience. I think that's how the audience should behave. Yeah, this is not an official stream, this is a one-man show. Me doing this. This mostly for the fun of it. And all of this happens with the permission of Driftmasters and also with their media accreditation, so I can have this spot to, for example, this spot to film this. Something happened to Juha Pöytälaakso there. Again, really hard to tell what. But he stopped drifting there. So 2.2 thousand viewers. Why don't you take and hit that like button? Mission for Clint van Oort. deserved applause. Hi from Ireland and thanks for the stream. Hi, back to you. Good to have you on board. Simon Olsen pulling some gap to Oliver Randall. That was really. If you're doing that, you can be assured that you have some pace in your car. And I mean, Simon has really looked fast this weekend. Comment about 1080p camera. All of this is streamed in 1080p. I have dropped the bitrate to be on the safe side, so that's why it might not be like the sharpest ever, but Marko Zakoril, did he drive? There's a question. He did, I think, 2 runs, or was it even 1 run in the Group 1. So there seems to be an issue with the car, I believe, because otherwise he probably would have run more. I mean, and him being in the first group, it indicates of him trying something and kind of securing some space for or time for that trying something. So okay, we're getting 1 bumper out of the track right now as we speak. So that's why we are not driving. I think that's from Espen Rode's car. We have a Mercedes on track for I don't know what reason. Okay, there's some track cleaning going on as well. I'm kneeling down a little bit to release a little bit of a back pain, and I'm reading some comments from my phone. So again, some action with those tarps over there in the corner. I really don't know why they have these tarps over there. Weird, if you ask from me. Estonian Drift Fan X asks, hello Rollin Rudy, how are you? I am fine, thanks. All good. It's less windy than yesterday, so I'm more than fine if I compare to that. Hey, thank you so much, Boom Boom 884, 200 Swedish kroner. Thank you. Now I'm having a little bit of a worry here. Do we have camera angles? At least those are changing in, but then in the stream I'm checking from my phone, it's not changing the camera angle. But it might be that I was just it was on pause. Very classic, very classic. Okay. Still some action on the track. Now I lost the comments on my phone. This is when you put a middle-aged man doing something with any sort of technology. Is the tarp there to reduce gravel on the tarmac? As good guess of, I don't know, any guess. Hello from Ireland, thanks for the stream. Thank you, David Carroll. Sounds like a nightclub out there. Ooh, LOL, yes. You're damn right about that. Hey, we also have Mr. Perttu Papunen on the chat. And if you don't know who is Perttu Papunen, you should know, because you have seen quite a lot of his work if you've been watching Driftmasters, because he's, I would say, doing majority of the Finnish drift cars designs and graphics. So where's the judges booth? I believe I overheard that in their conversation in the paddock yesterday, that the booth, they have like a booth without windows. It's somewhere, a room somewhere, so they're just using the video screens. Yeah, Jarkko Juhla's cars seem to work just fine. They had a loose bolt in the front left, somewhere in the suspension or Wisefab parts, and then it just collapsed pretty much right there in the starting line, or maybe in the burnout box or so. But yeah, what's the weather like at the moment? It's like, let me show you. Those really small clouds over there, a little bit over there. The temperature must not be like more than 15 yet. Not that windy as yesterday. It's I would say it's bearable. I mean, it's very well bearable. And but hey, I'm just wearing a black hoodie with the hood on, and it's not hot. It's actually pretty perfect when dressed up like this. So hello from Cyprus. Hello Savas. Hello Perttu. But yeah, at least weather-wise, we don't seem to have any rain coming today or tomorrow, so that's always good for drifting. I think the track looks quite clear now. We should have cars on track any minute now. Fortunately, it's of course all these breakdown times and track preparation or track fixing times that's away from the practice of the drivers. But then again, it's motorsports. Stuff like this just happens. Seems that there's a steady influx of spectators here today. So yes, we can already expect it to be quite a nice event today in that perspective as well. That finish line camera actually should be like at the very like a tarmac level, because it seems that the smoke somehow like just clears upwards, but car maybe. Addition to the missing bumper. Panay's driving style is one of my favorite driving styles in this series. $2,500 viewers. Thank you guys for watching. Oh my god. Oh my god. Luckily they have those hay bales there. Luckily they have those hay bales there. That was way too fast. So expect a break. The driver is okay. Driver is okay. I mean, it was quite soft bump, but of course the car can take quite a bit of hit from that kind of a shunt. Driver's okay. That's the most important thing, and it's only a little bit of a tow truck action then that we need, but ay ay ay. So the tow truck is coming. We are taking a little bit of a reading the comments break here. I think after all, I mean, he's driving the car away. It was just probably stuck there a little bit. So slowly but steadily, hopefully there's not much of that straw bale stuff in the car and it doesn't catch fire, but biggest uploads today. Luckily everything is seems to be good. So yeah, repeating it again, if you like the stream, please press that like button. Also subscribe if you, for some strange reason, haven't subscribed yet, and click on that notification button so that you will get a notification when the stream starts. I always try to put it up like 10, even 15 minutes before the actual event starts. The only downside with this streamer that I have is that it doesn't do the scheduled streams in YouTube, and it doesn't understand it when I set it up in YouTube Studio and then try to start it. It doesn't recognize it, so it cannot be done at the moment. I'm really hoping that there will be an upgrade that enables that, so I could, you know, put all of these events up beforehand on my YouTube channel. But let's see, hopefully that will be fixed in the future. DK Films official, thanks for all the hard work you put into these live videos, Rolling Dream Motorsports. Thank you to you as well. I think I know you. Opinion, what's the fastest towing method from the staff? Winch bed like in Finland, crane like here, or wheel loader bucket? What was in Sweden a few years ago. Kind of like that one in Sweden, but I think it's more about the stuff than the actual method, because I think like in Finland, Eri Hinaus, which does these events, is really effective and fast putting the cars on the flatbed. Then we also have like these winching things. I mean, I guess everything works, but you need to be a professional in that. Good morning from the UK. Good morning. Nice that you are viewing. Some cars lining up, but we still have quite many cars on track, and the cleaning is still being done, but I think they also already fixed those straw or hay bales. They still have the job to do with that tarp, but I don't know how much different it would be if you just, you know, took it away. But what do I know? And yeah, there's a comment about the music. The music is here and I cannot do anything about it, so. Thanks for great stream. Thanks for watching. Morning from South Africa. Good morning. Oh, it was not a bad accident. There were these stray straw bales that the car was hit with, and no fatalities, no issues. The car drove actually away from the scene, so should not be an issue. Just cleaning the track and we can continue. Hi from France, hello. And hello to Cyprus as well. We are about to continue, and we probably have a handful of runs, and then it'll be the Group A, Group C. Always mixing these up, calling the letters, numbers and whatnot, but the last group with all of the best positioned drivers in the standings, so that's what we all are waiting for. But we have seen pretty good chase runs here, not like that many, but we have seen good ones already. Hello from Romania. And to Romania. Hi from Norway. Hello back. Good to have you on board. We are about to resume, and that will happen right at this moment. Mr. Sposop could maybe use a little bit of a longer gear ratio. But again, what do I know about it? Of course, we don't mind any rev limiter action either, but to Clint. Let's go. Nasser Al-Harabali, Jason Bonnet. Nice. So I guess we are now hitting the break as we are 1 minute past 10 to noon. Yeah, I agree. Jarkko Jylhä has done pretty neat job today. So Carmen Marshall's job is not going to be easy this weekend. Hopefully it will, but Jylhä got told yesterday. Anyone know the issue? Yes, there was a loose bolt in their front suspension. Front left. It's just the bolt just severed, and everything was checked and so on and so forth, but I was being told that now they had a pretty much of a Loctite in there. So Jarkko Jylhä is in the game. We are now obviously checking on or waiting for the Group C next. Juha Pöytälaakso is all good. I think there was like some problem, but then I think we saw him back. Yes, Group C next. I want to see RTR battle so much. Oh, I think that might be happening. So James Dean is in the next group that starts in 7 minutes. Greetings from Ireland. Greetings back to you. Good to have you on board. So question, who drove with Nasser? It was Jason Bonnet, I believe. So the next group is the Group C, which is the hot group, the leaders group, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the top top standings, the third of the lineup that we have in Drift Masters. So that is what we have next coming with all the hot names. So question, are there any Finns in the Group C? Yes, there are. We have Juha Rintanen, Mika Keskikorpi, Lauri Heinonen. Yes, that's it. What else we have here? Hello from Lithuania/Ireland. Are you really in two locations at the same time? So question, will you be in Riga for the Drift Masters? Yes, I will cover the entire season of Drift Masters this year. I'm fully 100% committed. I think I have all the flights already booked to all the races, and some of the accommodations and rental cars and stuff needs to be arranged yet, but yep. So question if the Finns has all the cars intact. I don't have 100% knowledge of that, but at least everybody drove the cars. Usually when I walk around the paddock during my breaks and when I'm doing interviews, I always go and ask, and if you would like to hear and know that kind of information, there's a possibility to join, to be my support member and join to the WhatsApp group, because in that WhatsApp group I will always post videos and short clips and photos and stuff and information about what happens in the paddock. So that is $2.99 a month, not that big of an investment if you like drifting. And by the way, if you are using iPhone, it's $3.99 per month. But anyway, that is a possibility, and you can join the WhatsApp group and get that information. One good thing also, what you can do is to join Drift Chat's Discord channel. There is also pretty good information about everything happening around drifting. That's one of my go-to sources, data sources about everything. So I will always happily recommend you checking on Drift Chat. What do you think about the new Finnish track in the calendar? I absolutely love it. First of all, it's shorter distance from my place. And I think if you take the funfair away from the pictures in the old track or in the Power Park track, it's just the images that makes that track like that special. But Ahvenisto, the old track, but the first time for Drift Masters, that's like a classic place, and I'm really waiting to see those cars to go through that first corner, and it's like a long sweeper, first uphill, then downhill, and then goes towards the technical area there. I mean, it's gonna be insane. Absolutely insane. So I hear that it's rainy in Finland. Okay, in quite many places in Finland it's raining. Great coverage, thank you. Thank you Martin Vonaket for the comment. Thanks for watching. In Turku in southwestern Finland it's sunny, so. Okay, I guess that's about the weather forecast. Weather here seems to be still pretty okay, no complaints at all. Could be maybe even warmer, but I'm fine with this. What do we have here? Estonian Drift Fan X comments, my dream is that Driftmasters Grand Prix will reach Estonia too. That would be awesome. Where would you put the race in there? That's just not a challenging question, but I would like to know where people would put a race in Estonia if it was Driftmasters. There is a comment from Kachulka 1000. Marko Zakoril question mark. I think he only had 2 runs today. Speaking of Marko Zakoril, his paddock is like right there. Unfortunately, we cannot see much of what action is going on in there from here. There is Juha Pöytälaakso, and I believe it's Oliver Randalu next to these guys. But hey, we have some tire warm-up action going on, and it's supposed to go live now, as it is noon and we have yet another 50 minutes of hopefully brilliant drifting practice. Okay. Let's go. And here we go. So Jakub Kuba-Brzgonski and Juha Rintanen were the ones to open this one, and now judging from the yellow headlines, I believe it's the one and only James Dean coming in the next one. Or is it yellow? Or is it Piotr Wienczek? Hard to tell from here. Well, it'll be either or. On the right side from this view. I guess it's Piotr. Yes. Well, that doesn't really sound good. Let's see. I'm 100% sure that Marko Zakoril had a 1 run or 2 runs in the either Group A or B. Of course, hoping all the best. He's brave enough to run that 4-banger, and all the respect because of that to him. So now it's Mika Keskikorpi. Let's see how he does today. Benedictas Cirba. Quite much smoke in there. Which only tells the story of sufficient wheel speed. Is it now, Mr. James Dean? I think it looks now promising, judging from the colors and the headlights, but let's hear. Let's hear. I believe would have heard it if it was James Dean warming up the tires already, so yeah. We will figure it out. Not James Dean. Too much angle from Pavel Korpulinski in the turn number 2. Sorry about the poor recognition of the cars in the start here, but now it sounds like have these obstacles. Just you know, I don't have like I have almost straight line of sight to the starting line, but then there is like some fences and light posts and stuff there obstructing the view, so it's really hard to tell. And we have Lauri Heinonen on the line and Juha Rintanen. So there was some cone action. Cone action in the turn number 1. So the track is clear. I think they're good to go. I was yesterday shooting this from the grandstands, and I'm not complaining about the loud cars, but Lauri's car seemed to get to my ear from this position quite nicely. Now I believe we have James Dean warming up the tires there. Easy to recognize the sound of the car. Not necessarily on the line yet, but pretty smooth and uneventful tandem, but it was a good tandem, I would say. Last corner from Knick-Knack, that was very far, very deep. There's so much speed in that car. And now we have James Dean. And Mika Keskikorvi. Not bad. Not bad from either of them. I don't know what and why, but it seems to me that Shanahans are a little bit underperforming right now. I mean, yesterday in the practice it was really like not very consistent from either of them, and now it seems to like continue a little bit. I'm really wondering how is that and why is that, because like especially Connor, like he's always so secure and so confident. Nice sounds. what are we waiting for? Doesn't seem to be anybody on track, but we are just waiting. Nothing, absolutely nothing happening here. Is there an issue with the car on the start line or? Okay, here we go. Hey, almost 3,000 viewers. Very nice, very nice. Thanks for watching. Mustard OK, Mustard _OK is asking Rolling Rudy Motorsports, what are you having for lunch? Either it will be a big plate full of nothing, or it might be something that has been left over from Keskikorvi Motorsport. I'm not here to eat, to be honest. I mean, doing this, you don't pick your eating times or whether you're gonna eat or not. A little bit of an action there. Ooh, was there a contact? Yes. Very gentle tap, but contact it was. There's something missing in that car now. No, it's not singing. Marco Zagoril's car. Lauri Heinonen is driving in this group. Already did some runs, at least 2. What are we waiting for? Nope. So you can hear that revving up. That's from Marko Zakori's garage. Here we go. Nice run again. Hey, hit that like button. Let's see if we can cross 3,000 viewers with the help of that. Almost there. Let's go. Well, that looked much better from chat. Nice. Really eager to see Mika's qualification. Hey, it's over 3,000 yet. Okay, at least now we are past 3,000 marks. Thank you guys, and thank you everybody who's watching. It's really still cannot believe that so many people watching. happened there? Looking good. And yeah, I'm a Finn, and I'm having maybe a little bit of a Finnish bias into this, but I try to not put it too much into the stream. Then we have James Dean on the line. There's a question, in what group Raman is? He is in Group A, or was in Group A. And yeah, today there's going to be yet another training session, practice session at 1:30 local time. So there is only going to be a short break between the sessions. So this session will be a little bit over 20 minutes from now, and then there's a short break. And to my knowledge, Juha Rintanen is still running the same engine he had in Italy. And they have the spare engine here, brought in a van from Finland after Chicago Drift. Somebody drove it in a van to Spain, so that they have it. Why they have it is that they had some stuff in the engine that looked like a bearing. It came from bearings in Italy. They cleaned it. They didn't find any source for that stuff in the engine, and this is a safety precaution that they have the spare one. even a little bit of a. They were a little bit suspicious that if there might even have been sabotage on the paddock to the engine, because they absolutely didn't find a source where that stuff could have come. But that's only speculation. There's an issue with Connor's car. Is it a fire or something? Because it seems to be. He's prepared with the extinguisher, but we don't see flames. That's not good. That is not good. Even though it's hard competition and hard rivalry with everybody, and we also always see, like, is it Finland versus Ireland versus Poland or Estonia? But it's always we don't want to see anybody fail in this because of the engine failure, or nobody wants to get the win with the buy run. So I think it's good to have that rivalry, but also it's healthy to have it, and let's have all of that in constructive way. I think if your favorite driver lost, usually it lost because the other guy was better on that day, on that run. It's not the fault of the other guy, but it should be all kudos to him or her. So let's see how quickly we can get the Connor's car away. Okay, we see some oil or fluid absorbent put onto the track, so it needs to indicates of a little bit bigger issue with the car. So hopefully they have a spare engine or enough spare parts to be able to then continue the weekend. I think this is probably one of the last moments where you can have that kind of a failure if it's a complete disaster. There is still 5 hours to the qualification, and Connor obviously leading the series. He has probably half an hour or an hour more because he's the last one to qualify. But anyway, I always feel so sad about stuff like this happening. But it's a comment about Shanahan's reliability, yes, but they seem to be quite successful regardless of it. So But yeah, a lot of maps have been put into the track. Comments time. Yeah, I think they absolutely will have time to change the entire engine. We'll see if we have. Oh, it's only 15 minutes left of this group. I don't know if they give any extra afterwards because of this or not. I don't know how that works really. But the car is not being put onto the flatbed yet. I think they are lifting it now with that telehandler. Cannot speak anymore. Telehandler. Maybe it's not able to roll it or not, but taking in some new members to the group. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. So, truck cleaning is still going on, and the car is being towed back to the paddock, and it's not clear yet. We have 8 minutes left of this session. Let's see if we are able to get any cars or not. And yeah, sorry about the short break in the commenting this show. Also adding some new members into my WhatsApp group, so good stuff, good stuff. So about my today's schedule, let's see if I have any time to do interviews today. It's only half an hour break, or technically it's 40 minutes between these sessions, practice sessions. And for that short amount of time, I don't want to take down my kit here, and the next session is only I mean in total it's like 2 hours, but it's half an hour groups, and I'm not gonna go back to the paddock. It's a little bit cumbersome to get to there from here, so we have some tire warm-up action going on, and that means, as always, that we will see some driving soon. There was a spin. No replay of that because there's so much smoke that you could hardly see anything. Okay, seemingly Karim Hani had a chance to try his car in this one. I haven't seen him much, neither yesterday or today, so must have been some technical issues. Nice driving. Absolutely nice driving. Hey, Keksi Murskaaja, thanks. €5 donation. All of it counts. So, was that the group then, I believe so. I don't see any cars there in the lineup. So we are having a short break, go maybe make a sandwiches or have a drink or something, and it's only a little bit over half an hour, and then all of the fun continues. Yeah, as I said, I'm not going very far myself here, but I still gonna stop this stream for probably less than half an hour. And thank you guys, all of you. Thanks for watching. Over 3,000 viewers. That's not small number. I still am really like humbled about it every time when I see it. Like, but hey, hopefully you enjoy. Once more, ways to support me. Of course, the donations on this stream. I'm not like begging for those, but those help. You can become my member, supporter member, $2.99 per month or $3.99 per month if you are using an iPhone for some strange reason, don't know why. Or you can buy some merch from rollingrudy.fi. It will lead you to Fiola web store. There's some stuff with my logo on, not this particular cap. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because there will be one of these caps with all the autographs from all the regular season drivers in Drift Masters, and that's going to be raffled to one lucky winner in this channel, one of the subscribers in this channel. So that's one thing. What else I forgot to mention? Not sure, but anyway, you know the cool stuff. Press like, subscribe, and everything that happens in YouTube. But I will now have a really short break, and I will check on my batteries and get a little bit less paranoid about those. So see you in a bit.